precious souls. Let's do another round of what's going on in my world today. Watch the cards. Glad you're here, guys. Can you actually see this? Okay, there we go. I don't know, something like that. What is the collective watch you need to know as we tap into their higher self? Thank you, higher self. Guardian angels. Under the protection of Archangel Michael. We need to know the deepest wisdom, the most clearest responses and answers. For the good of all and the harm to absolutely no one. One more. Peekaboo! Sorry, couldn't resist, guys. Let's hope for a really nice positive reading this round, shall we? Breathe in deep through your nose and out through your mouth. Oh, yuck. Yuck, yuck. I don't like that. Positivity is always good. Woo! Hello. They're flying out of here. What is going on? What is going on, collective? Oh, one more card, Spirit. One or two, whatever you feel fit. What else do we need to know? Two, I figured as much, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't like this one. Do I have to? Okay, so my collective here that I'm reading for. Looks like you've gone through a lot of pain, a lot of maybe betrayal, heartache, people really throwing their swords into your back. The good news is that it's the 10 of Swords, which is the end of a cycle and then starting a new one. It looks like you're coming out of a time where there was a lot of chaos and conflict, okay? Obviously, had a lot to do with these 10 swords in your back. You pulled each one of these swords out of your back, one at a time. I'm hearing on your own. And went into some deep healing. It definitely taught you a lot, okay? And that's what it was designed to do. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse in this reading, which means you went through a time where things definitely didn't feel like they were going your way, okay? Sometimes it's just karma. Sometimes it's just lessons that needed to be learned for what's to come. I see you also went through some kind of massive betrayal where, you know, this is sometimes someone you deeply love and care for betrayed your trust, broke your heart, and it put a lot of your investments, a lot of your time that you were investing on yourself on delay in reverse, okay? So it was something blocking your energy. Let's take a look at where we're going from here. Higher self, guardian angels. Okay, so you did go through the tower. That was the tower moment. Believe it or not, it was your guardian angels trying to get you to leave something or let something go and move forward. They actually needed to give you the tower. You're in a bad space where people didn't have your best intentions at heart. What else do we need to know, Spirit, moving forward? For the collective I'm reading for. Yeah, you were holding on to something and not letting it go, even though it wasn't serving you anymore. So the tower was designed to help move you forward to something that was going to be for your better good and leave the toxic or the negative things behind that were holding you back. Okay, and what else can my collective I'm reading for expect now as a result? Moving forward, now that it's been released in the tower. What can my collective that I'm reading for expect now, Spirit? Thank you for all your guidance. Oh, okay. So I'm feeling from this that it's about childhood. I feel like you actually went through and are or were healing your childhood traumas and wounds, okay? This is what these events are meant to teach us. So, for instance, if you felt like maybe you were being left out in the cold or not chosen or um, made to feel by people that you weren't good enough or weren't worth the love or weren't worth whatever. Those were all childhood traumas that you had carried since childhood. They are not real, but I can validate that the feelings sure are. And so your ego, to survive certain feelings and certain environments, came up with this. It deducted to the fact that maybe you needed to give more and be more in order to feel worthy of love. And people around you that were doing this were leaving you in whatever this childhood trauma was. These defense mechanisms, maybe you avoided emotions altogether. There are so many different ways that we cope. Yeah, I think that things came to light after you did that. After you really went back and said, how long have I felt like this? How long have I been, in these same cycles with the same kind of people that kept throwing these swords in my back? When was the first time that I started to notice this? They were triggers, is what they were. They triggered this healing in you. And everything came to light after a lot of emotional baggage kind of being purged out of you through crying and through really just spending time on your own and looking within. That's beautiful. This is all normal, okay? And as a result, my dear friend, you are going to be offered a beautiful gift from the divine, okay? A gift of potential abundance, everything being restored. You just needed to learn to love yourself, is what I'm hearing. To see yourself who you really are and not to look outside of yourself for validation anymore. And I have a feeling after going through all this, you will never question yourself again. You are extremely valuable. And it's those people that vibrate at lower vibrations and choose not to heal that tend to try to hold us back because they don't want us to move on and do well for ourselves. And they can be envious and jealous and use all kinds of energy control and all kinds of nasty stuff, manipulation, and you escaped it, you healed beyond it, or you're in the process of healing, and there is a beautiful blessing being offered by the divine for you, okay? It's coming in, and this is literally the cycle of life, guys. This is how it is. We question ourselves, or we don't give ourselves the value we deserve, so we get around these people. They get drawn to us like magnets. We learn from them because they trigger these emotional traumas that aren't healed, and then we are forced to let them go. We are forced to go within. We are forced to reveal all the information we weren't allowing ourselves to see, and then we get rewarded after we deal with it. Once you get this down pat, once you understand how these cycles in life are, they're all the time. You can look back. I challenge you, look back into your past, and you'll see that the same thing happened over and over. You get in with the wrong people, they do you wrong, and would you stand up for yourself? No? Then you go through the same cycle. You go through more of them, more people like that, more friends like that, more work associates like that, more relationships like that, over and over and over. And it all comes down to healing childhood traumas of feeling last one chosen, like you can't speak up, like you can't advocate for yourself, all of these things. So, if you want a little hint about how to have a much better life and not need the tower moments or all these interesting people that cross our paths, do the inner childhood healing in your spare time. Pre-study for the test. And once you heal beyond them, there's no need for all of these difficulties. And that is how you ascend. You hear the fancy word, oh, it's the ascension. The ascension, we're all ascending. That's how you ascend. You need to get rid of all that baggage and unlearn everything that you were programmed to believe about yourself. And definitely, I'm seeing a lot of help coming in from those around you. And I feel like you are going to be, with this new blessing that's coming in, you need to also remember, don't be afraid and don't sabotage it. Be receptive. Understand you are so worthy of receiving this. This is God-given. This is divine-given. You are meant to have this. It's going to help you on your next phase. But there are going to be other people helping you too. But I hear you are going to end up being so abundant that you will be able to give back to others like you love to do. And I know you do. It feels so good. So everything is kind of being put back into balance. But lest we forget that darling little lesson. So don't allow yourself to abandon yourself. Okay? If there's abandonment issues, we have to take accountability also and say, where did I abandon myself? Where did I not stand up for myself? Because once we start being our own parent to our inner child, we're untouchable. It's a safe place for all of us to finally live and grow and play. Anything else, Spirit, before I close this out? Oh, I see a little more. Okay. One more. Oh. And through this, you learned so much strong discernment. You could see crap coming a mile away. And when someone has ill intentions, your discernment is beautiful. And that's the gift that is a blessing of what you also learned from these people of the past. Is now you know not to give to all the take takers, because they don't have any limits. So the givers need to have limits. And your discernment is incredible. You're also exceptionally smart. And this experience, even though it was painful, taught you a great deal about your self-value, self-love, and how to really appreciate the use of that discernment and how it can prevent a lot of problems in the future. So I'm proud of you. You did it. There are way better times ahead. Keep the faith. As long as you have faith, nothing could touch you. And just keep advocating for yourself. If you feel called to get a personal reading so that we could delve deeper into this, you can email me at paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. You can subscribe for free to my YouTube channel, Earth Angel 3811. And that's where, if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you can also get readings for only $33. Otherwise, they're $50. I have PayPal set up as well. Take care. Keep shining, guys. I'm proud of you. This is huge. That was a big one.